Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we have an interesting video for you. The Rick Grimes movies. Will we get an announcement this year? The answer is no. Video's done. Have a good day.
See you later. That is an interesting question, guys. You know, we need Rick Grimes back. We are coming up on 3 years since they made the announcement. They made the announcement in the trailer at San Diego Comic-Con, July of 2019. We're going to be coming up on 3 years here. Now, we can talk about everything like, yes, you know, we know that the pandemic slowed a lot of stuff down. We know this, okay? So we understand that part of it. But we're coming up on the end of the show.
Well, can we get over with that yet, right?
Well, we have to get over with that,
We know it slowed it down, but we've already made a couple of seasons now.
Correct,
you know, now's the time to get cooking, right?
We've made a couple seasons. They're going to be doing 2 spin-offs, a Daryl spin-off and Isle of the Dead with Maggie and Negan.
They've done Fear.
They're doing a lot, and we're coming up on the end of the series, and we still have nothing with Rick. He needs to be back as the head guy of this franchise.
I think
you know, fans are just really nervous that, I mean, they have to announce something this year. They have to start filming. If the movie comes out next year, great. But if we have to wait 2 more years, it's just going to derail us. You know, Scott Gimple's plan was to make this a trilogy. You know, they have Universal Pictures at the helm. Universal Pictures is doing this with AMC. That is a massive studio. They should have massive amounts of resources. Yes, writing a script can take a long time. We know that there's people out there who write books that can take years. We understand that.
Well, and we also understand that transitioning from a show to a movie is quite difficult.
It is.
I couldn't imagine, you know, what they have to go through to that. But here's the deal. Again, and it goes back to the Universal stuff. You have the resources, right, to develop this thing. And, you know, it's not just that, you know, 3 years has gone by. It's that, like, we haven't heard anything. Nothing.
And, you know, we get the same answers from Scott Gimple, Greg Nicotero, that they're working on it. They want to get this right. It seems like they're wanting to be a perfectionist with it. That's fine. But without having any information, it just doesn't give us much. Doesn't give us much.
Yeah.
And
do you think they're waiting to close up some storylines to bring this in? I guess that's probably one of the most important questions. And here's one example I have: the Jadis stuff. Do you think they needed to get that out in order to? Although it kind of seems like they closed it up in
World Beyond. Well, World Beyond, yeah, I mean, that's 10 years in. He's been gone roughly 10 or 11.
But she references you know, the handling of him.
Right, yeah. I think that also with the delays, I think with World Beyond being out, with the changes that they've made in The Walking Dead, I think this has also derailed what they were originally planning. So let's say they had a plan on the table so far, right? And with all the delays, they're changing all the stories coming up to the end of the series, so they may have to be like, okay, we're changing a lot now, especially with the Daryl spinoff. With Daryl going to Europe, are they now going to have to change the scope of Rick Grimes to where he's going to have to be in Europe at some point?
Well,
movie 2, movie 3, we don't know. But I do agree with you. I think with the stuff that has come out and they're preparing for the end of the series, I think they're having to go back and redo some of their plans because they've changed the story, and it's not going to fit with what they've kind of already written down. So they're going to have to think of new ideas to make it fit to whatever they're doing for this first movie. That's the biggest thing. What's the story for this first movie? This first movie should only be about what happened after he was taken with Jadis, and however that time frame is. Is it a year, 2 years? Forget all the changes you're going to do for movie 2 and 3.
Assuming they do a movie.
If they do two different movies, you know, if you're going to change it up and say, forget Universal Pictures, let's do AMC. Let's do an AMC movie. Yeah. Exclusive series. You know, change it up. I don't know.
You know, I guess what pisses me off the most about, you know, this 3 years, no news or barely any news, lack of news. It's like it feels like to me as a fan that they're using Rick as a means to get my viewership on all the other projects that they're doing.
Exactly.
You know, even though you may say Rick's not going to make an appearance, there's nothing about Rick in World Beyond, which I believe is what they said, right? You still threw tidbits of Rick in there.
You did.
Like, you still gave us little nuggets of Rick. It's like, it just feels like to me you're almost like taking advantage of the fans.
Yeah, because there was also an article of one of the actors in World Beyond. He mentioned, they asked him about Rick Grimes, and he mentioned, oh yeah, maybe my character might know where he is. You know what I mean? So then you're watching World Beyond to see if his character says anything about it, and I think you're right. It's like they're using him to bait us to watch the other stuff to see if they mention anything about Rick, just to give us a tidbit,
because they know we'll come. They know we'll watch.
They know we want to see it, and that's what's the frustrating thing, is that fans, we want to finish his story. We want to know what happened and why he has not made it back in over a decade in the timeline. A decade, people. He's been gone for over 10 years, and so if we're not getting him to come back by the end of the Walking Dead series, and they're making Daryl's spinoff be about him going to search for him. If they, we know Michonne is searching for him. If they're going to do a spinoff with her, we don't know if Isle of the Dead with Maggie and Negan are going to be about Rick or not. Like, I don't want to be seeing all these spinoffs of them searching for Rick, and then by the end of the spinoff, are you going to get to Rick, or we have to wait for the movies?
Exactly, right? Again, it's another bait to get people to watch their crap. Like, and
it's frustrating.
Don't get me wrong, guys. Like, anything in the Walking Dead universe is a gift, right? Because we get to watch more of our characters. But at the end of the day, like, they know what we want to see, and they're going to continue to pump out crap because they know we'll watch it, hoping that Rick's a part of it.
Now, do you think they will make a ton of money if they do release a movie?
I don't think so. I really don't.
Think about the budget they will have for this movie. We don't know what it is. I don't know if they'll get that back with only being in movies, in the movie theater.
Better have a bigger budget than you do for the show.
Unless you're doing movie theater in like HBO Max or something. I don't know, but I don't know if they'd really make their money back from having exclusively on the theater. I don't know. I don't think they would. I mean, but you got to think about this. Depending on when they start shooting, if they start shooting this summer, they can get it possibly out next year. Announce something that you're starting to film this summer and you're projecting the movie to be out next year. I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with next year. If they don't make an announcement this year, if not by San Diego Comic-Con, or if they announce it by the end of the series, which would be November, then they probably won't be shooting until next year, and the movie probably won't be out till 2024. 2024? Ugh. Okay, I might survive that. 2025, 2026? Ugh, forget it. Like, you're going on too long for us to find out what's happened to a lot of our favorite character. I think we really need Rick Grimes back. I think the character, it's a massively big character, and it's been a missing part of their soul since he's been gone. Yes, the rest of the cast and the characters have really held their own, and they've done a great job with it. But that's the underlying thing, the thing that we are missing the most, that's hanging from that family tree, is Rick Grimes, and not knowing his story of being gone over a decade and not back at Alexandria with his family. It's heartbreaking, and because you have to think about it, guys. Making movies is very tough, and it takes a lot of time. If you're planning to do a trilogy, how often are these movies coming out?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
One a year or one every 3 years?
I'm telling you right now, you can forget the trilogy. You can forget the trilogy. Let me ask you this:
If I have to wait 8 years,
you're gonna wait 8 years for a Rick Grimes family reunion? I'm not. I will tell you right now, I will not watch 3 movies. I'm a big Walking Dead fan. I will not wait 8 years to see a Rick Grimes family reunion. Sorry.
Yeah. And that's what AMC doesn't understand. They're not understanding that they have a big story to tell. are you really wanting to put fans through waiting years to force us to go to a movie theater to finally get the end of this great character's story, for him to show back up at Alexandria with his family?
I gotta wait 8 years to get an hour and a half of a movie.
Exactly.
That's, you know.
It's you know, and that's the toughest thing, guys. You know, with these spin-offs, yeah, we definitely want to see them, but we don't want them to be solely about searching for Rick, because by the end of that spin-off, are they going to show Rick Grimes in it? But yeah, guys, let us know what you think. If you think that we are going to get at least something announced this year to let us know that they are still on track with Rick Grimes and we are going to be seeing our fateful hero back, or if we're just going to be waiting years to get this story, which is just
rolling with the punches.
It's going to suck. So let us know what you think. Make sure if you enjoyed, like the video, subscribe, and we will see you next time, and hopefully not seeing you again in a couple years when there's actual news. So I am Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.